Hello everyone, my name is Hemant. So today I am going to describe one problem, one lead code problem 122. Best time to buy and sell stock second. Okay. So this is very quite common problem asked during your coding round. Okay. So as per this problem, it is mentioned like you have an array prices for which the ith element is the price of a given stock on day I. This is given an array where all the prices of the stock on different days is mentioned. Okay, so we just need to design an algorithm through which we can find the maximum profit. Okay, and we can just complete these transactions as many times as I want. Like I can just buy one share and sell this share on some other day and do this activity multiple times to get the maximum profit. Okay, and it is also notice like you may not engage in multiple transactions at the same time. It means first I need to sell, then only I can just buy again. Okay, so you guys can easily understand, we can more clearly we can select to this example. So if these are the prices on the different days, then output is 7. So how is output is 7 can you guys can see, like you can just need to buy on day 2. You just buy on day 2, it means price at 1, and sell on day 3, it means price at 5. So the profit is 5 minus 1, 4. Okay, again I just buy on day 4 where the price is 3 and sell on day 5 where the price is 6. The profit is 6 minus 3, 3. I just need to add these two amounts, 4 plus 3, that I just get this 7. Okay, so here this is the profit. Second thing is example number 2. If the input is given this way, the output is 4. So here if I purchase at 1 and we can select sell at 2, the profit is only 1. Again if I purchase at 3 and share at 4, again the profit is 1. So total profit is 2 rupees. So I will not do in this way. What I will do, I will just purchase at day 1 and sell on day 5 and get the maximum profit. Okay, example number 3. Third thing is like if the price is given descending order or decreasing order, it means if you purchase at 7 and sell, all the amount is less than 7, and sell the amount which you buy which is less than your buyer amount, so that time you can just get the, we can say, loss. So you cannot sell your share in this way. So if you purchase it at 6, you cannot sell on these amounts. Okay, so you just get the loss in this way. So in the descending order you will always get the loss. Okay, let's start the implementation part. Okay, so let's start the solution. So first of all guys, once we need to check, like if we can say like if this array is empty, it means if this array is empty, then we just need to return as 0. Okay, it means if we don't have any stock that time. Okay, so guys, what we need to do, we just need to start one for loop from where we will just start from 0 to, we can say like array like -1, because we just need to compare till end. That's why I'm just pressing by 1 plus. Okay, so here what we need to do, here the condition is quite very simple. Like if the price, like let's suppose if 7 is less than 1, if the price of today and tomorrow. Okay, so you can say like if the price of today is bigger than tomorrow, we can say like day 1 and day 2. Okay, so it means you can say like you will just compare day 1 price with day 2 price. Okay, if day 1 price is, we can say like, if you can select day 1 price is less than day 2 price, then only you can say like you will sell, otherwise you will not sell. That's a quite common thing. Okay, so it means you just need to verify the, we can say like this amount is less than your next index amount. Okay, then only you can get the profit. Okay, the quite common thing is if you purchase at 7 and sell at 1, then you will just get the loss. That's quite common things. Okay, so it means you just need to check whether this second amount is less than first amount, then only you can get the profit. Okay, it means if let's suppose you are just purchasing on this amount and the next amount is, we can say, like less than this amount 1, then we will not sell. Okay, let's suppose in this way, if I purchase at 5, then I will not sell at 3. Okay, I will just sell at 6. That's why I just mentioned the condition this way. It means if the prices of I is less than prices of I plus 1, then only I can just get the profit. So here I'm just taking one max profit, one variable, and set this variable as 0. And here what I will do, so initially max profit is 0. So what I will do here, I just get these prices of I plus 1, and make difference with prices of I. Okay, so I just return the max profit. Okay, so what I did here basically, initially I just set this max profit as 0. So let's suppose I just start from here 7 to 1. That time the prices of I is less than prices of I plus 1 is no. Okay, so this condition will fail, this one. Now I'm just moving in this way. If 1 is less than 5, that times I can just get the profit from this way, like 5 minus 1. It means 5 minus 1, 4. Inside is maximum profit, I have the value as 4. Next time I will do the same things again and again, and the maximum profit is 4. It will just, in next iteration, this max profit will add, as I added here, like max profit plus this. Initially it is 0. Next time this max profit is 5 minus 1, 4. Again I will just check condition again and again. If the prices of I is less than prices of I plus 1, I will do the same activity and add this maximum profit unless and until your loop is not ended, and the second condition is your prices of I is less than prices of I plus 1. All the profits will be added in this, we can say, will be added in this maximum profit, and finally I'll just return this max profit. Okay, so let's run this code. Hopefully there will no compilation error. Yeah, return max profit. So here it is mentioned like illegal start of type. So here I just mentioned this max profit into max profit. Yeah, it is. Oh, this is my for loop one. Sorry, this is my closing braces. Okay. Oh, I just need to this one, return this value here, and finally this. Okay, yeah, this is done. Okay, so you guys can just change the test case from here. So first of all, you guys can see the result, like input is this, the output is 7, I expect is 7 as well. So you guys can change this value from here, like 2, 9, 4, 8, 4. Okay, so run the code. So you guys can see the result here. Okay, so here the output is 14, expected is 14, and we can say output is 40. Okay, so that is very quite common, or quite simple solution for this problem. Okay, so you guys can see like the complexity of this problem. We can say like the price dot length is, if this is size of n, then time we can say like complexity is of big O n. Okay, so this is a solution of this problem. Okay guys, thank you.